Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Silent Hill Origins. We're still in Arto Theater, and today we should be finishing this up. We're going to start today by heading out onto the catwalk and dealing with the puzzle from the memo that we got in the curtain control room. So ultimately, our goal is going to be to pursue Caliban. We derived that from the first memo in Arto Theater about Caliban hiding in his cave. But there's no way to really get to Caliban in his cave with the safety curtain still down on the stage. And in order to raise the safety curtain, we first have to fix the lights. And if I'm... no. I don't like the scalpel for that job. Might be a moot point, because I think I have to switch to a gun anyway. I would almost have certainly gotten charged if I had tried to run past him to get to the door. I think there's a bunch of these. Those Ariels are really going to start to become a problem. There are rooms and hallways where they just flood you with like 2 or 3 of them. And now we'll be going upstairs to get to the catwalk to fix the lights. Oh, shit like this. We also have this door. I think we may have seen it before. If not, this is the reason that we were collecting the sun and the moon totems. I think the sun goes on the right. I hope. Oh, what are the chances that I'd make it out without taking another hit from those? Come on! Ugh. So we have access to this half of the upstairs in the other world. And I think... shit. Oh, no need to stomp. And then we also have an immediate problem here. Just gangland execution on this puppet. Very, very good. Now, can we do this? I don't... At least that doesn't do too much damage. And now, since I was grabbed anyway, I'm gonna have to go past this hallway again, though. I wanted to maybe save the ammo. This is our new service pistol, by the way. And for coming to the end of this hallway, this dead end that we didn't actually need to go down, we get the, once again, totally optional hunting rifle. And just a tiny bit of ammo for it. And now we've done all this work just to get upstairs to find another mirror in another room with nothing in it, except for the mirror. All that work again just for the mirror. Since what happened to Tony, I've dreamt about him more and more. The Butcher. He looks just like that monster, the Executioner. Now I've seen him when I'm awake. He's at my motel. It's him, I swear it. Oh, shit! I actually forgot about that. You know, Origins could actually use a few more of the jump scares. I've always talked about the value of mixing psychological horror and other forms of horror with just good old jump scares. They act like a crowbar. Oh, come on, please open this door. They prime you, they pry you open, and let some of the other fear slip in. because you're busy with paranoia and the tension of not knowing when the next one is coming and trying to anticipate it. So this one should be the 500 watt. So in order, these are going to be D to A. We got a memo before about the wattages. B is to be half of D. A plus B can't be higher than C. D cannot be higher than A. That means C has to be 750, which is the highest. Since D can't be higher than A and B has to be half of D, that also tells us that B is the lowest, which is 125. And if B is 125 and it's half of D, that makes D 250. So A, by process of elimination, is 500 watts. Also, I said those backwards. It's A to D. And here's a handy way to test whether or not you got the solution correct. If that LED lights up blue, then you got it right. That's actually just there so you don't have to go all the way down to the stage control room to see whether or not you did it correctly. If it turns red, you have to try again. And next up is where I think the theater gets really cool as a level. First, we have to make it all the way down. Not to the balcony. We have to make it all the way back downstairs and back to the stage control room. Now that we have the lights fixed, there is a giant lever, if you remember, in that room, which we can now hit. Jesus, this room is a goddamn minefield. I was expecting at least one hit. Not too bad. Oh, here comes the cool part. Alright, the safety curtain's up. Reveals a new side of the stage. Including this giant mirror. And stage right is a control panel for scenery and props. We're going to hit the first one on the left and the second one on the right. Lower some of the scenery, the backdrop, a few trees, and a prop tree, which you can see into the other world on the other side of the mirror is quite different. This part is so cool. Also freaked me out the first time I played this. Now we are in a forest and not a stage. Do I have the wrong tree? I thought it was the one directly in front of the mirror. I might be wrong. Either way, we can fan out and explore a little bit. No telling what's in the forest, though. Looking for head movement. No, it's not this tree. Ah, there it is. It's the stage office key. This is the best. I don't have a map for this area.
Not a fear. The aisle is full of noises. Sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 plankling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that, if I then had waked after long sleep, will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, clouds methought would open and show riches, ready to drop a moment that, when I waked, I cried to dream.
That's a speech recited by Caliban in, I think, Act 3 of The Tempest that shows one side of his nature. And there's a completely different side to Caliban. Actually, Caliban is a really apt character from a really apt play for this game to be referencing. Simply because of the duality of Caliban and his character. But we aren't quite done. We have a key for an office, and we can't really do much else manipulating the scenery on the stage, which we're obviously going to have to do because that manipulates the other world, so we can actually go and find Caliban for whatever reason. And if you're familiar with The Tempest, you have some ideas about what Caliban in Silent Hill might be. Oh, that's really long recovery. Nice solid kill, though. And that's a lever. One that we are gonna slot into that control panel behind the stage. That's really all we came in here for, was that. I thought there was a lot more, which is why I'm kind of cautiously, slowly walking this hall. I thought there was more waiting for me. Oh! Ooh. Well, goddammit. I have to heal that. That carrion just spawned. I have a bad feeling that I've gone too far down the hall. Oh shit, I did. It's right near the door. The door that I came out of the first time. Oh god. And I'm gonna get hit by every single one of them now, aren't I? Oh. And this one too. No. Oh no. Back to stage right. Oops. We have to put our lever in first. Oh, and we are hurt pretty bad just from those two attacks. I swear to God, if this lightning knocks my power out in mid-recording, will not be happy about that. Alright, now we're going to do 2 over here, and the bottom one on the right. Alright, let's go meet Caliban. looks a little familiar. So he's got two main attacks where he starts shaking and shivering. He's about to charge you. When he rears up, he's going to do a stomp as a kind of shockwave to it. So Caliban's significance is both to Alessa and to Travis. That's why he's kind of perfect, the duality thing again. Origins has a lot of theming around duality. Who's the character's father portrayed Travis's father at the theater. You heard him giving the soliloquy from Act 3 earlier. And Caliban also frightened Alessa when she came to a theater during a rehearsal of The Tempest. And in The Tempest, Caliban is kind of regarded as being half monster or some kind of devil, but also half human. And he's enslaved by a character named Prospero. And Caliban is kind of like this id-driven beast that can be both kind but also tremendously cruel, depending on the standards against which you judge him. He wasn't raised in civilized society, so you kind of have to take that into account when you judge Caliban and his actions in the play. Here, though, just goddamn grotesque. Reminds me of a few different enemies from Silent Hill 2 and 3. Especially 3. Oh, a scalpel is not what I want. Whenever you're running away to equip a new weapon, hey, a typewriter works. Let's throw a typewriter at Caliban. Yeah, the recovery after the throw is a little bit too much. Just go back to the rifle. Or the shotgun, rather. You had very limited rifle ammo to work with. I think that may have done it. Yep. Not quite. No, that did it, because it broke lock on after the first shot.
You need these, don't you? Not again. Riverside Motel. I think I've been there before.
Alright, I guess we're going to Riverside Motel. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.